8:30. Good morning. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. And this morning we would be looking at the World Congresses held in Rivers State by the APC, led by Chief Tony Okocha, and as a caretaker chairman of the party in the state. Now, of course, you'd understand why this is in the eye of the storm. The APC leadership tussle or crisis, if you want to call it, has been on for a while. It's been back and forth involving the national leadership of the party and Chief Tony Okocha, as well as Chief Emeka Beke, who was the elected chairman of the party. And for whatever reasons, some say, well, not according to party constitution, was removed, and Chief Tony Okocha was made caretaker chairman of the party. Chief Emeka Beke went to court afterwards, and well, the court gave a judgment restating him as chairman, and then the interpretation from many came to say that the court doesn't have any role to play in party politics and should not meddle in party affairs. There are others that say the court cannot meddle in party affairs unless in a situation where the party is working or obeying its own party constitution. In a situation where the party is not operating within its party constitutions, then one has the right to go to court to seek redress, and that was what Chief Emeka Beke said he did and got the judgment he got. But regardless, the national leadership of the party have continued to recognize Chief Tony Okocha as the caretaker chairman of the party in Rivers State. And we had Ganduje, as well as some other national executive members of the party, including leadership of the party in the South, recognizing the World Congress, saying it was going to go on as planned, and that was the case. 319 wards across the state. There are those that say that it did not hold, and that the APC in Rivers State is at the moment not sure. Some people say a repeat of 2019 could come up with what we are seeing now. Those are the many questions amongst the others that I'll be asking you this morning on the show. It's just going to be us, you, and me. Yeah. So there are about three various angles I want us to look at this from. Three major angles. The first one is a repeat of the experience in 2019. Could that be the fate of the party? Is that possible to happen in any way? The APC had not participated in an election until the last one, which was local government election that we saw, right? If I'm not mistaken. It has also been part of the governorship election, yes, that held this year. It was. And we all saw how that played out. But so far, so good. You can say that the APC in Rivers State has not really been as successful as it planned it would be ever since the party was established in the state, led by the former transport minister and former governor of Rivers State, amongst other stakeholders. I'm talking of Chief Rotimi Amechi, who had, spearheaded the party in Rivers State with other stakeholders. But after then, till now, there's not really much we can say, especially 2019 marking that point where for the first time the party was not on the ballot. A major opposition party was not on the ballot, and it was shocking to a lot of people in Rivers State, but that was how it turned out. Now, with the antiques that is being played, do we possibly see this issue is being resolved? If not, is 2019 just around the corner? That's one point to look at it from. The second angle to look at it from is this struggle at the moment, how it's going to affect members of the party. Like, as it is right now, clearly there is a divide. We have those people who are for Chief Emeka Beke-led faction, and there are those that are with the Chief Tony Okocha faction. And then there are those that are defecting. And because, there are many that would not tie their political career to a situation where they are not sure of whether it's going forward or backward, especially with the national not coming out to really put a foot down and, settle the issue and make sure that we have everything resolved. If that is not happening, then we have a problem. because many followers of this party who believe in the principles of the party are going to begin to question whether they should continue to remain here when they do not see a leeway and do not think that their political career would advance if they continue to stay on this ship. They might want to leave the broom, or they might just sweep themselves out, if that's anything that makes sense to you. It's possible that any of this could happen. We already have some members of the party decamping. And as much as the party would want to say, oh, we are stronger, we're gaining more people, I mean, you would agree that the truth in situations like this would mean a lot of people would want to leave the party. Are a lot of people already leaving the party? What would this then mean for the party in Rivers State? Well, according to Chief Tony Okocha, that's not the case. According to Chief Emeka Beke, that is not also the case. But according to the reality on the ground, is that the case? For those people that are unbiased and neutral and looking at it from outside, what do you see? People leaving the party or not? And even if they're not leaving now, how long is this going to continue? Because if it does continue for longer, we're approaching another election, you would have people that would say, well, I need to grow and evolve my political career, and I don't think with what's happening in this party, we are going to get there. I need to jump ship. And those individuals will definitely come. Right. That's the second perspective to it. Now, the third one, which I think is even much more interesting, is to begin to look at some speculations and rumors at the national level. The fact that this is continuing in the APC in Rivers State, and we have not seen even the president, who is to be the leader of the party, because I mean, it's the number one citizen of the country, I would eventually mean number one person in the party looking at his position, has not even categorically spoken about the situation in an emphatic manner. No, the national leadership of the party has not in an emphatic manner come out to say, this is what this person is not, this is who, and that is what we want people in Rivers State to follow. It's not. It's all been handled in a very political-ish manner, where perhaps some would deduce that somebody is looking at weighing options and looking at how this will play out before they know where to pitch their tent, which likely is the case. Where you also put into consideration the rumors about, well, what is happening with Ganduje, and, well, the president not happy with him, and some other members of the party at the national level that perhaps are not on the good books of the president. And, you know, this might all be some chess game trying to move people out. And in fact, some people say, well, the president might have his favorite. Some people think Chief Emeka Beke could be that person. There are others that say, well, Ganduje is looking at the situation in the party. All of these are theories. And looking at saying, well, I need to also plot my graph, and Chief Tony Okocha might be my person. We can work and make this happen. I've interviewed Emeka Beke, where he said, well, that even Ganduje and the FCT minister might be on the same page. So it clearly means, if all of these things has any truth in it, like I'm saying, they're all being deduced, they're not confirmed reports. But if you politically look at what's happening and see some of the unconfirmed reports that have been on the papers, you might want to see a leaning as to what this could really be. All right, because I mean, if we don't have different members at the national level supporting each of these individuals in Rivers State, then we would not have these both leaders on both sides. It means that for whatever reason, there are some people at the national top level of the party who are with Emeka Beke, and there are some who are working with. That's what it would only mean. Otherwise, why haven't the national leadership of the party, the president of the country, all right, come call a meeting and this is resolved and we have one leadership of the party and everything is put to rest? Why? Well, I don't know if what I've said have made sense, but if you look at this, the only conclusion anybody politically might want to make, yet not confirmed, could be that, well, perhaps at the national level, all is not well with leaders of the party and the president. And as important as Rivers State is to the grand scheme of things in the country, any political party would be so interested in trying to make sure that it has its hold on Rivers State. Yeah, any political party. That's how important Rivers State is. And so it is very possible that everyone is looking at which way the pendulum would swing before outrightly making a statement. You don't want to come and take a stand and then it flips, and then you now look like, oh, you made a mistake. So like traditional politicians will do, let it play on till the very end of it. That time would then know what to do. Perhaps a year to the election, 2025, I'm not even thinking 2026, I'm thinking 2025. Then we begin to see the picture even clearer. But then, could it even be deliberate that the national leadership of the party is allowing what is happening in Rivers State happen the way it is? That the president, who's a member of the party and leader of the party, is seeing this, but then allowing it play out how it's played out. Could it even be deliberate? Is it also possible that, well, on the other hand, Ganduje, perhaps, is also plotted and say, well, I might not be in the good books of the president, according to some unconfirmed reports on the papers. That might not be the reality, but that is some unconfirmed reports. Especially when you now also put the revelation by Chief Emeka Beke about Ganduje and the FCT minister working together, you might want to begin to put one or two together. Like I said, unconfirmed. But it's politics. And in politics in this country, anything is possible. So there we have it. These three angles to this particular issue following the World Congress that we held. Chief Emeka Beke, on the other hand, has said that he is the chairman of the party. He denounced the Congress that was held over the weekend by the Tony Okocha-led faction. He described it as a kangaroo Congress. And now he's saying this on the standing on the grounds of that judgment he got from a federal, I think it was Federal High Court, saying that, well, I am the authentic chairman. I was restated. Now, whether it has been judgment has been appealed, we're yet to know. If the last conversation I had with him is anything to go by on the show, his lawyers are yet to be served any papers. So we're waiting to see what happens going forward. But he says all of this is a kangaroo process. It was a statement that was released, and in that statement says the controversy stems from the August 12th judgment, exactly what I was saying, which is what all of this confidence is coming from. And he's accusing the national leadership of the party led by the chairman Ganduje of acting in defiance of the court. When we return, out of these three, we'll hear from you.
Stay with us. Nigeria Info. We'll be back.
talking about the APC World Congresses that was held just over the weekend, and I'm trying to give you perspectives into it and several questions that you should be asking yourself. Amongst those three major questions, could we see a repeat of 2019 if this continues and is not resolved? On the other hand, the power struggle in the APC in Rivers State, could it lead to mass defection of party members to other political parties? Because, they need to seek platforms where they believe that they would be recognized and can further their political careers. And very important, is this, while we're all arguing, what if this is deliberate? What if the leadership at of the party at the national level is, for whatever reason, somewhat very divided, and all of this is just both of those sides trying to play out what would happen and see who gets a hold of Rivers State with regards to the control of the party? Well, let us know what you think. Do you think that this struggle would lead to members defecting from the APC? 0817-923-0007 or 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0007 and 0817-923-0003. So you can get across to us using any of those numbers. On WhatsApp, it is 0809-030-6416. If you're an APC member, are you concerned? You've heard the Tony Okocha-led faction and what they had to say. You've heard the Emeka Beke's faction and his response to the Congress that was held. The National Congress is coming. I think it was 25th that was said. 25th? I think so. I think it was 25th, if I'm not mistaken. But that's also another very decisive one. What's going to happen with that one? Let us know your thoughts quickly. 0817-923-0007. Just tell us your name and tell us where you're calling from. But first, let's take some messages on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, Thank God Ability says, as a law-abiding country, Emeka Beke remains the authentic APC chairman in the state. The Congress held over the weekend is a slap to the appeal court judgment that uphold Chief Emeka Beke as authentic APC chairman in Rivers State. This is Thank God Ability. We sent that one in. If you go to Facebook, which of course I'm sure many of us are, 0817-923-0007. That's the number. The Facebook handle is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. I'll take that again. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That is the Facebook handle, so you can join the conversation. Promise Logal says the World Congress is not working. Ogo John Justice says the World Congress is totally disobedient to court judgment. Beanball says is watching from the Garden City, Port Harcourt. Okay, APC World Congress, nothing concern me about that palava. Do the right thing. That's what I can say to APC. If not, no election come 2027. Okay, says do the right thing. That's all you can say to the APC. Gosoka says it's the right time contempt charges be pressed on Tony Okocha in disobedience to a court judgment. All right, but I don't think you would want to press on Tony Okocha alone or on him. If we're going to look at it, it's going to be holistic, because he did not just act on his own. There was a national leadership of the party that, also saw that judgment and held what it held. Chief Emeka Beke's response to that was that if you looked at it, you would see that it wasn't all of the national executives, which brings me back to my what's the word to use now? Suggestion that what if the divide with regards to what is happening in Rivers State gets up to the national, where there are now two sides of the national leadership who have contrasting interest with regards to how to resolve the issues in Rivers State and who should be the chairman of the party in Rivers State. And as it stands, because maybe nobody wants to take a side on it, everybody's allowing things play out and see how it will turn out in the end. Could that be the situation? Leighton Barry in Bori, good morning.
Good morning, it's me, Andrew.
Yep, go on.
And happy new week.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, Chief Tony Okocha is the capacity chairman of APC, Rivers State, and he has shown that capacity by conducting free, fair, credible World Congress on the 16th of November. I think it was well deserved by us. Everybody queued. It was done orderly, peacefully, and everybody admired that style of leadership of Chief Tony Okocha because everybody went home happily. It is since, I think, for over 16 years now, I think we've not seen that kind of Congress conducted because previous ones end up being in court, anger, fight, destruction, and all that. And I see that, yes, this is really credible because it took time to actually arrange and put everyone together, instructed all leaders, and they follow it duly.
Let's go to Rumodumaya.
I am so happy, and I give kudos to Chief Tony Okocha and his team.
Thank you very much. Umbata, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Andrew.
Yeah, good morning.
I'm DS Mbata. I think, let me go straight to the point. I think the national is what will resolve this issue. And I think after the judgment, Emeka Bekele claim is secured in the River State High Court.
He did not claim. That was the judgment that came from the court.
The issue of
not a claim.
Who is the acting chairman in River State. I think that's why they have okayed Chief Tony Okocha to conduct this Congress. Because I think if the national have not settled the issue of who is the acting chairman in River State, they will not hold Congress. So I think Emeka Bekele to go and look for a way to sort himself out and stop impersonating himself as the acting chairman of River State.
All right, thank you very much. JJ in Rumigbo, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning. I remember in my days in the APC, a whole lot of people have also moved out of the party because of the dreaded monster crisis that has been there. So, for me, as a person, I think that while you see the hand of Jacob or versus Jacob, the hand of Esau is directly behind him. Now, this is the deal. I remember when the former governor, Nyesom Wike, FCT minister now, was in, I think, Bera in Gokana local government area to receive or to visit Victor Giado. He said, and I quote, that I have a team and nobody can beat my team come 2027 because I have the APC and the PDP as my structure. End of quote. Andrew, I don't know if you heard that. Let it not be that I'm making it up. It shows that Tony Okocha is in one way or the other working with the LCT minister as claimed by Emeka Bekele. So as far as I'm concerned, I think this party right now is on autopilot. And I doubt if anybody can stop it from destruction. Because in 2018, the congresses they claim they have done right now was also done. And Ojikaye Flag Amakri emerged as the state chairman of the party. At the end of the day, what happened? There's the saying that production is incomplete until it gets to the final consumer. What will you gain if you cannot fit candidate in 2027?
All right,
that
Muriel.
Is my question to the next person that will be coming.
Muriel in Okrika, good morning.
Hi, Femi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
This is your Okrika woman.
Go on.
Femi, the first day I heard that Ganduje is the national chairman of APC, that day my head I said, my goodness. Is it that they did not see anybody? Even if, okay, we say nothing indicted in everything. He did not see anybody with, mostly people with questionable character. What is happening to our democracy and our judiciary? You come out and you give law, you make the law and you make a pronouncement, judgment on matters concerning politicians. And they publicly flaunt your orders. Where is the arm of government that even ensures that the laws that will be upheld? Nothing. This country is like, what is happening? A law court, a judge will come out and pass judgment, and politicians will publicly and brutally flaunt the law. Again, I ask, why do they even take their matters to the court when they know that the judgments that will come out from them, they don't even obey it? And the arm of government that insists again that carries out the constitution that ensures that laws are being upheld does nothing when politicians quote this law. I say it and I'll say it again that if democracy fails in this country, I will blame the judiciary and the arm of government that will ensure that laws are being upheld in this country. Nothing works with this APC government. What is happening? And Buhari is not saying, and PDP is not saying anything. The APC chairman, what is Ganduje saying? They say you are no longer the chairman of a political party, and you go ahead and you carry out this, you do whatever you like.
Let's go to Omuma, where Jude is waiting for us. Good morning, Jude.
Yeah, let me answer the question, or let me ask another question. You said the defection, members of APC, or many of them are defecting. My question is...
I'm asking.
Where?
I'm asking whether it would cause people to defect to other political parties.
Other political parties in Rivers State, I'm taking my stand from Rivers State. In Rivers State, you have the PDP having crisis, serious crisis too. I mean, in Rivers State. You have APC in Rivers State having crisis. If somebody is defecting from PDP or APC, you must be looking for a party that can catch the vote.
But people defected from the PDP to the APP. We saw that.
Yeah, but you see, for me...
I mean, politics in Nigeria is never say never.
What is going to happen is what Rivers people are already doing. People from PDP, people from APC, what we hear in Rivers State is simplified. And that simplified, for me, makes me happy. Why it makes me happy is it's going to show Nigerians, politicians, that the people have the power. If they simplified are members of APC, many members of APC and other political parties, and PDP that is in crisis. These are the people that have made up the simplified. If they continue till 2027, I bet you see what's going to happen. The people coming together in Rivers State under any party, not PDP, not APC, is going to stand strong and defeat any other party or any other party, either the president's party or any other party.
All right.
Simplified.
Thank you, Jude. Let's go to NTA Road. Mufasa, good morning.
Yeah, hi, good morning. Well, there's saying that those who fail to learn from it are doomed to repeat it. For me, it doesn't really matter how coordinated they want to claim the said World Congress is. My own opinion on that is that you cannot build something on nothing and expect it to stand. We are aware of the court judgment that said Tony Okocha ceases to be the leader of APC in the state, and Emeka Bekele was reinstated by a court of competent jurisdiction. So I think that's what we should go by, not the opinion of the national body. I'm sure they allow these things to fester this long by allowing the matter to get to court in the first instance. Saying that Emeka Bekele is the authentic chairman of the APC. So whatever Tony Okocha thinks he's doing, for me, he's just playing to the gallery. And I just say that even the PDP Rivers State is equally making the same mistakes. So I don't want to see a situation where come 2027, both the PDP and the APC, will just be without candidates, because as far as I'm concerned, since the court has made it is doing, for me, it is inconsequential. For me, it's just like what Emeka described, a kangaroo arrangement. How did you say it? Thank you. All
right, Mufasa, thank you very much. On WhatsApp, this one says, before NS says, on the Congress, the problem for political parties in the country remains strong men who are stronger than institutions. Ida from Nkoro says, I want to sincerely, I think we already had this before. Hector, as far as I'm concerned, who have influence in the judiciary controls the party. So even at the national level, Hector, that's from you. It's too painful that the judiciary has deteriorated to the lowest state in this government. How would Tony Okocha and co, who were shouting Governor Fubara's allegedly defiling court orders, now sit against court judgments to carry out illegal congresses? Victor from Egbema, that's you there. Ida from Nkoro, let's hear you. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning. I don't know why they do Opopo Nkoro Congress because I went to the village Friday, Saturday. I didn't see that they are doing any Congress. Antonio Okocha, I don't believe that you are a state party chairman because the Maker BK is a state chairman. APC in River State. My brother, when you're complaining of somebody, you do the right thing and so they will learn from you. Inside the PDP, Antonio Okocha, it's the same thing. Then stop them not to do Congress, they do Congress. And it's the same thing that is happening to PDP. Why are they behaving like this now? Anything we are doing, we should look for our born children, what they will come out and learn from us. Not to be going this side, going this side. And people are afraid of reading law now because what our lawyers are doing is bad. If you stand one place and pass the right judgment, so that everybody will know.
George in Buguma, good morning.
Andrew, you see, when you build a house in a sandy soil, that building will surely look at. And when it looks at, and you will see that people will begin to cry and begin to say, hey, this is the handiwork of witches and wizards and all of that. That is what. See, I don't like the face of somebody. Do not mean that I will brand him a name, unprinted name, so that he can be killed. All this sabotage started from the day when Rotimi Amishi was actively the leader when he was the Minister of Transportation. That was what made when they completely sidelined him. And up to date, you can see that led to why the party was unable to float a candidate in 2019. Now they have told the same path. Please do the right thing. If you don't do the right thing, by next year, when the political water will be so tensed up, when people will begin to realign and align themselves politically, when the court will sit up and do more justice than what it is today, most of these things, like the way the bulldozer will destroy the house and pack it to one corner. That is how you see it. Thank you. God bless.
All right. Let's see if we can take two more, and that will be the most. We'll start with David in Yenegua. David West, good morning.
Yes, greetings, my brother man Andrew Ifeemi from the city of Yenegua.
All right, go on.
Andrew, very quickly, I want to tell you that there is going to be a mass movement from both the PDP and the APC. And the destination of that mass movement is going to be APP. I am saying this because when you look at the plethora of court cases, let me not just be a prophet of, I don't know whether some people will look at it as doom, but I just want to be a little bit Nostradamus. Taking into consideration there is court case in PDP, there is court case in APC. At the end of the day, may their case never be like that of APC. Where the court will say, both of the two parties are having no candidate for the governorship election, and the next destination will be the APP. So for me, the Congress held, it is the court that will determine whether it is legal or it is not legal. But for Mr. President too, I think it is high time he takes leadership as the leader of the party and begin to speak on some of these anomalies that are taking place in his party. It's quite unfortunate. The silence in the case of River State. One man cannot be an authority on both parties. He is holding sway in PDP, he is holding sway in APC. May God help them.
All right, David, thank you very much. Unfortunately, we have to interrupt you there. And God's Power from Rumudara. Unfortunately, we have just a few seconds left, so we can't take your call. We'll have to wrap it up here. This message here says some more on Facebook. Okay, I think we had that before. And before Igba, I think genuine members will not defect because they will come together again before 2027 general election. That's Eliaza and Nejionu on Facebook. Godwin Agwan says, concerning this matter, the leadership struggle in the APC, they should do the right thing. If not, what happened in 2019 will eventually happen in 2027. Godwin from Malakaya sent that message in. There's still more on, let's see what we have on WhatsApp, if we can. Okay. On WhatsApp, Otinakaweke, it's quite unfortunate that the APC in the state has not learned their lesson. And that's too much on the Morning Crossfire. Good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt comes immediately.
Nigeria Info. Right back after this.